Do I know you?
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you, sir? Do I know you? Do you know me? My name is Innocent. Ma? Naka. N-A-K-A.
Yes, sir.
What does it go in for? Nakaniso. Seriously? Nice to meet you, my guy. Yeah, I have worked with Katleo, the guy was here yesterday. Yeah, I've worked with him before for an international gig in Botswana for Women World Cup.
Wir helfen dabei, diese wichtige Arbeit effizienter zu machen. Denn das bedeutet mehr Zeit für das, was wirklich zählt. Mit den
Is the mic on? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, watching us wherever you are in the world. It's a beautiful morning here in Pretoria. We are coming to you live from the Tax Cricket Oval. We are in Pretoria at the High Performance Center. Should be a good day of cricket. Uganda wrapping up their preparations. The last lap, call it the final hurdle for them as they play the Super Sport Park International Cricket Academy from the home of the Titans. The Northerns team here, call it the Titans 11. I can tell you what, it's a T20 affair. First ball already underway. Marcus Becker with a new ball, bowling from the netball side, the football end, where the football stadium is, where the Tax do play from, home of the Tax when they play in the Premier Soccer League of South Africa. It's in the air, won't carry. Mangela, again they are trying and trying, but he didn't score many yesterday. He's got a chance to make amends today. Only one way we will find out. That's my number. Very important for Uganda to show that they can also set a total. In the previous games, they have been able to chase down targets. Chase down 109 against the Lions 11. Again, it's in the air, but this is very well played, very well lofted. Just the 6 runs maximum. Mangela getting off the mark, breaking the shackles. The shimmy down the wicket, hoping him. And once he gave it the full face, the rest of the business was quite easy. Of course, Richard Das Neves is in the building, a big boy, winning coach with the momentum multiply Titans, champions of the previous seasons here in South Africa. And they're very, very fresh from winning the Metro T10 in Durban. Winning side, back-to-back boundaries here in the first over by Mangela. Score moves to 10. And if it's not going to be the scoring rate, you like to think Uganda will look back and tell themselves that, well, the 200 is on. Maybe can they get more? Can they show more urgency? They did it yesterday against a very accomplished Lion side. And today they can make it 2 times better, scoring 10 runs per over in the last 10 overs was immense for the Ugandans. And today they have a chance to double the act, because yesterday there was a big revival. They got out of jail from 20 for 5 to go on and score and chase down a stiff target of 160. Different day, different settings. The score is 11 without loss as Uganda won the toss and elected to have a bat. commentary. Yes.
No, just ask, is the mic fine there?
It's here, little break in the commentary, just to make sure everyone is happy and settled and feeling comfortable. But second overrunning here, score is 14 for no loss into the second. David Tiga trying to take the pace off the ball there with some spinners. And allow me introduce the commentators. My name is Innocent Daula. I was there with you yesterday, and I have great company with me in a man called Maka. Maka coming through for the commentary now.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed your boy Paul Sampolo. Joining you in studio, it is Maka. Lovely weather here in Pretoria. The clear weather, clear blue skies, no rain coming. But one thing I can tell you about Pretoria and Gauteng in general is that everything can change within an hour. So let's appreciate the clear blue skies we have. As Uganda won the toss and decided to bat first. Is that right, sir?
David Tiga there trying to tease the batter. Mangala trying to go for a shimmy down the wicket. He trying to tear the cover off the ball. Nobody's done that. It will be a dot ball there to end the inning, to end the over. 15 without loss now for Uganda. A very good over there ball by David Tiga. Just giving out the 4 runs. Of course, the first over going for 11. But this is much better from Tiga.
Indeed, sir. Normally on the wickets when you come to Pretoria, you are definitely looking to get that power play in use, looking to get close to the 60 and 70 mark after 6 overs, and I'm sure that will be the target for the Ugandan batters. Chief, you good? Nice. It's awful. It would also be nice to have our thing, the score in front of us.
Yeah, that's why it is on the side here. Because he was saying sometimes it's easy to score. This the previous days are part there.
Yes, I'm gonna hit a score just 2 minutes.
Okay.
I missed that first ball. I thought this bypass, but it's different.
Shot number 17, Rio Sakura. A winning coach, a celebrated coach in South Africa, winning title after another with the Titans, and he brings to town his boys. It's been a big camp.
Oh, good start there by Thomas.
Yeah, good, very good start. Still talking about the Titans. They've had some guys. There's a Japanese in the camp. There was a Ugandan opener, Ronald Lutaya. He's left for home. His time is up for the month. And there have been 2 Nigerians, Isaac Dadlari and Solomon Runshenwe. So it's that bigger camp. And today they come here to show what they've done against an international side.
Oh, well ball there by Thomas, using his variations as a slow ball. I think also speaking about the inclusivity that the Supersport Titans have brought in, it's quite nice to bring a lot of guys from different places to share their talent and to share their nature of the game, because I'm sure all of these guys have played at different level and they're at different levels themselves in their game of cricket. So to come together with a group of experienced guys and a bunch of young talent, it's quite nice to see.
And I tell you what, these are the guys you will see on TV for a very long time in the near future. Swinging for the heavens there. He's getting nothing on back there. Gaurav Toma, it's been that sort of a tour for him. He gets lucky with some, unlucky with most. He got a cameo of 37 from 25 in the opening game. Got 0 yesterday against the Lions. And today, he's swinging for the mighty heavens and connecting nothing.
Yeah, it's still looking. That's a tough thing about a batter. You get a couple of balls against you when you've got no runs behind you. It becomes a little bit difficult. And that's a wide there by Thomas. After a very good start, just lets it slip there by just bowling a wide ball. Thomas comes in. Balls a nice hard lane into the sky. It's jersey number 5 on there. Safe hands it is. Caught by Nathan Treverton in jersey number 5. Funny enough, I actually played a couple of games with Nathan Treverton. He was my captain for the Cubs week. It's nice to see him still involved in the game hugely. And he takes a catch. Safe hands is Nathan Treverton. Quite a good batter also.
Now, we will see about his batting skills, but I like how he had judged that catch, just trudging back a little and then saying, well, I'll have a look at it. The shades were on, but getting that right arm right underneath the cap to complete the good catch. I won't call him the danger man, but Gaurav Thomas' misery does continue in this warm-up series. He will fly to Harare, still searching for runs as Uganda go to play in the World Cup qualifiers.
100%. You don't want to say he's a dangerous man, but he looks quite promising. He's got a good body structure, looks like a big boy and can clear the boundary for sure.
It's not been the tail of the tape for him. Boundaries haven't come by. You saw him early in the innings as you walked in here. I want to make you apologize for coming late though, but as you walked in coming, you saw him swinging at every delivery, swinging and swinging, but he wasn't connecting anything. And then one that he tried to mash out of the park, only got the height, no distance on it. In the end, he fell for nothing. It's 1 down, 16 for 1 now. Uganda got 11 runs in the first over. And then what has happened next is that they have not been able to score only 5 runs in the next couple of, say, 11 deliveries. So they're struggling here. And what an over Thomas is bowling here.
What a ball. And that's a wicket for Thomas. He gets a second one in his second over. What a ball by Thomas. Second wicket in his over. As he picks up another one. Just nicking off there, looking just to defend as the batter. Unfortunately, just nipping away from where we're sitting. It is 16 for 2 after 3 overs.
Very good delivery, I can tell you that once again. And once the batsman looks behind, you know he's always in trouble. He would like to say as much as he would love to say. But I tell you what, that was a top-class delivery from Thomas. And Raghav Dhawani, nothing yesterday. Simply almost nothing. He got off the mark with the boundary yesterday, but that's all he scored. And then today, it's 0 golden duck things for the leading run scorer for Uganda in all formats of the game this year. He falls for nothing. Again, he will travel to Zimbabwe thinking and saying, what can I do to buy a run? Of course, you can't buy that in the supermarket. You gotta go put in some hours in the nets.
You gotta hit some balls, definitely. It is Shah who comes in the jersey number 22 at number 4, looking to settle down the batting lineup here. A tough start for the Ugandan batters so far.
Tough day. I can tell you it was worse yesterday. But maybe I'm speaking a little too early. Uganda were 20 for 5, chasing 160 against the Lions yesterday. 20 for 5 in 5.2 overs, chasing 160. And I tell you, they got home with 4 balls to spare. How they did that, you need to go on
and ask Mother Cricket.
That's how it is. Sometimes you pick up 5 early, and then you go to sleep thinking the game is done and dusted, and then 2 guys dig in, settle, and then get the runs going.
It is 16 for 2 after 3 overs. The Ugandan side find themselves in a bit of trouble here in the first power play. We talk about that 60 mark, 70 mark run for the power play here in Pretoria. It is very crucial because when the spinners comes on in the middle overs, it becomes a little bit tough to get going. So once you can be able to utilize that first power play, you're putting yourself in the front foot there. Brilliant start there. Starts off with that hard length into the wicket. Just gone for one.
Natenzi Denega is your bowler right there, coming from the center of excellence in here.
He's looking good. He's got quite good pace on him.
Yeah, real good wheels of pace there from him. And you can say that it's also a good change of tactics for Uganda. The fans out there saying they would love to see the team bat fast. How many can they get? Because they won't win all the tosses when they go to play in the World Cup qualifier.
And be chasing.
And they could be chasing, and they could be batting fast. So they've got to do what?
Right.
Again.
And that's a wicket. Shark goes for the first ball. Uganda, you lose their third wicket in the first power play.
The captain, the savior yesterday, Riyazat Ali Shah, scoring 41 of 30 balls and featuring in a big 76-run partnership with National Krani, who was the player of the match with a half century. He dug Uganda out of trouble. He came in at number 6 yesterday. Today he comes in a little early at number 4, but there is no change of luck for the Ugandans because the wickets continue to tumble in the power play. Riyazat Ali Shah goes slashing hard, and he pays the price.
It is 17 runs for 3 wickets now after just 3.1 overs. Nantinzi in jersey number 10 picking up his first wickets. Ugandan batters digging themselves a huge hole here in the first power play.
That man Riyazat Ali Shah there saying that yesterday's type of game are the type of games that Uganda need to play in the build-up to tournament, so they can be in all types of situations. And I tell you what, it's karma. They say karma is something, but in this case I can tell you karma is not working Uganda's way because they find themselves in a similar scenario to yesterday. And once you walked into here, the comms box, the wicket started tumbling.
So I think I must be the one bringing the bad luck, definitely. 3 wickets since I've been in the commentary box. Yeah. It is Robertson Mbuya, jersey number 82, coming in at number 5 to settle the batters down and build some momentum. It is 17 runs for 3 after 3.1 overs with Ntenza in jersey number 10 with the ball in hand.
Any day, any other day in the world, Obuya would have been walking in at number 1. But because Uganda looking to have a change in the tactics, have a change in the way they do things, try out the different combinations, because they're still searching for the winning combination. They have a change in the tactics, and what the Ugandans do is they shuffle around the batting order, but still no fruits are being gained here. Robinson Obuya, an opener on any other given day, finds himself playing as an opener now because 17 for 3, he walks in at 5, but it's as good as an opener.
I was about to say, basically coming in as an opener, it is Robertson Obuya in jersey number 82, who's coming in with just 3 wickets down in the first power play. Ugandan side find themselves in a bit of trouble here at Tucks. As I say, ladies and gentlemen, we've got clear blue skies, sun's out, and Ntenza coming in with guns blazing as he goes for his 3rd ball. Oh, that's a great start. Wicket to wicket, looking for 2 there is Obuya, and he goes again. Run out opportunity. Oh, good running there by Ugandan batters. Good intention by Robertson Obuya, first ball. Looking to get going, looking to be aggressive and run well between the wickets. A perfect start, you will say, by Natenzi, picking up his wicket in the first over also, following a good over by Thomas also.
Being disciplined is what these lads are doing. All the bowlers, right, looking to hit it right on the money. And that's how to go about business. And the catches by Davies, the keeper, have been good as well.
Took a short ball, good pace there by Ntenza. Testing the batter, does have a pull shot in his pockets here. Well bowled by Ntenza, just going for a dot ball there.
Good shot ball there. What happens next? What does he do? Let's see Natenzi the nigger.
Good
Touch
pace.
and go. Good hands from Robinson Obuya.
Goes for the quick single.
The fielders there sitting back and hugging the 30-yard mark, so it helps Obuya, who is a good runner between the wickets, to come through quickly.
I think that's something the keeper should be witnessing there. Where his fielders are, they're on top of their money as a bowlers. They should be coming in to stop those ones and actually putting themselves in a catching position, not just sitting back at the ring, because the bowling side are actually on the front foot here.
It all depends on how you want to go about the tactics. The man who's in need of some runs there, Shurdip Mangela, yet to get many on this tour, finds himself as the man who scored more than single digits today for Uganda on 14 from 10.
That's a slow ball, Valentine. Goes for the Shire. Oh, good backing up there. Looking for the quick single there is. And that brings us to an end over. What a beautiful over it's been for an intended. Just picking up 1 wicket in this over. It's 20 after 4 overs for 3. The Ugandan batters still working themselves out of this trouble they've dug themselves in. And Thomas will continue on the attack. What I've loved so far coming to the commentary box is seeing the bowlers being able to use boat paces, slower balls, off cutters, a bit of bumpers, quick pace. It's always testing the batters in terms of how aware are they into the game. Are they able to pick out those slower balls, because they're quite crucial as they bring doubles or wickets. It's Thomas attack. Starts off with the double. Good ball there. Slow ball, as I said. Using his variations here is Thomas.
Very good overboard by Thomas up front. First over was super. The 2 wickets in the over, he went for just the 1 run. That is a real businessman on a working day.
Another slow ball that just goes for 1. Robinson and Beer showing good intent there. Looking to get the 1s and 2s going nice and early, bring himself into the game by taking those singles. I think we also forget how valuable those singles are in a T20 match. The current T20s that we'll be watching, it's all big bang boundaries. But we forget about those 1s and 2s in the S circle, and just sort of builds a momentum for the batter to be able to play those big shots at the end.
You couldn't say it any better. That's how you play the game. Sometimes you come through and it's not about going downtown with each delivery you face. Sometimes you come through and you've got to work so hard and make up for the incompetences of the previous batters. And this is what Uganda have found themselves in from match game 1. Match 1, the Lions only getting 109 in 19 overs. And then Uganda chasing comfortably 62 for 1, but then they lost 4 wickets in a flash, 96 for 5, and then they had to fight to cross the line.
Thomas into the attack as he uses slow ball again into the air. Is a catch. Safe hands there. Thomas picks up his 3rd wicket of this game. Talking about those variations, he's used them very well. Nice slow ball into the wicket as he picks up another wicket. The 3rd one for Thomas. And Uganda find themselves 21 for 4 after 4 overs. Really getting themselves into big trouble here. It is Verma who comes in at number 6 now, looking to steady the ship as it's slowly starting to sink. It's quite important now that the idea is to bat 20 overs as they find themselves 4 down in the first power play. Should look to go back to almost playing 50 overs, get yourself in, get those 1s going, get those 2 going, go at a strike rate of 90 to close to 100. And then when you take it deep now, you're able to actually play that freedom game at the end in the last 5 to give yourself the best possible chance to get the high scores. But for now, it is 21 for 4. After 4 overs, as Thomas picks up his 3rd wicket. What a bowler. Using his variations nicely, as I said. Those slow balls coming into hand.
The Ugandans not helping themselves here. Learning and forgetting nothing from their previous encounters with how they've gone about the business while batting. Different tail of the tape. They've been chasing previously. Now they are not chasing, they are setting. We saw that these wickets are very good to bat on. The outfits are electric.
Starts very well as Thomas hitting the deck very hard. Good pace there. And jersey number 36 at number 6 is Sumed Verba, comes in as a right-hand batter to steady the ship here that's sinking.
Sumit Verma in need of many runs. One of the new boys in the team, him alongside Gaurav Toma, who swung and swung wildly for the Heavens, instead ended up holding out.
Yeah, follows up with the dot ball again. What a brilliant over there by Thomas. Only going for 1 in that over and picking up 1 wicket.
And end of the 5th, the power play still has just 1 more over, and the score is 21 for 4.
Looks like there's a change of bowler. T20 put to rest there after picking up just 1 wicket in his over. It is Sam who picks up the ball on the other end of centre learning. We're still seeing the fiddle sitting a bit back on the inner ring boundary instead of coming nice and aggressive here as the bowlers are on top, looking to stop those singles and put themselves in a chance to actually grab a catch.
You will feel for the Ugandans, especially their fans back at home who have ambitions of their team, getting big totals.
Good start there, or bowled. Good fielding there by Thomas. Getting down just in time. The ball came quick to him. What a start there by Sam.
Sam, how do you pronounce that name? Sam Wayne?
Sam Wagner, yeah, I think that's the right way to pronounce it. Or Werner. Depends if he's Afrikaans or English.
The score is they're crawling through the innings so far, Uganda. 5 big boys already gone. He's in the air.
And to the air, another catch. Sam picks up his wicket in just his 2nd ball of the over. What is going on?
Same script like yesterday, 22 for 5, 20 for 5 yesterday, now they're 22 for 5. Verna scrambles there, 1 wicket, easy catch by Midoff, and guess who? The struggling man, new boy in the side, Surumit, cannot get it off the square, and Vema falls almost for nothing. It's another duck for him. He got 4 yesterday, today's a duck.
Tough start here by the Ugandan batters, looking themselves like they're in a bit of trouble here. 22 for 5 after just 5 overs in the power play. And the Titan side will definitely be looking to put that chokehold on the neck and snap it and go down as quickly as possible. This is what the coaches speak about. When you've got your tail up as bowling side, you need to make sure you close the shop. You pick up those wickets and as low as possible. So I'm sure that'll be the chatter around that huddle there. Let's get them under a certain target. We've got them 5 down already.
Alpesh Ramjani missed out yesterday, is the new man in. Joins Robinson Oboya, and I tell you what, it's time to work. It never gets tighter than this. If you ever thought cricket is easy, you've got to look at how Uganda have been playing in this warm-up series. They are planting seeds of doubt in their setup, and they need to smell the coffee and then realize that they can actually play better than they're playing and apply themselves. Sometimes you look at the opposition and you take it for granted that things are going to be easy. But it's never easy.
It's never easy.
If you sign up as a sportsman, it's never easy.
I think with the Ugandan sides going to the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe, it's very important for the batters to actually spend their time out in the crease, apply themselves and prepare themselves well for the World Cup qualifiers, because you're selling yourself short that you're coming into the game of a World Cup qualifier and you actually haven't got rounds, you haven't spent time in the middle, of which is never a good sign for a batting side.
Same stage yesterday, Uganda lost 5 wickets. They were 20 for 5 in 5.2 overs. Today they are 22 for 5 in 5.2. So
pretty much the same.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're a good student of European history, in the times of Napoleon Bonaparte, they learned nothing and forgot nothing from that.
It is Sam who carries into the attack. Nice hard land. And that's why the umpire says he's going to have to bowl that one again.
First extras there in a long while.
A bit of a loosener there by Sam. With the new batter, you're definitely looking to stay wicket to wicket. That hard lane, top of off stump. Ask the right questions nice and early.
They won't win this match by getting wide. They must find a way to play smart cricket with their bats.
And it's a good slow ball. Short ball by Sam.
Asking questions of the abilities of Alpesh Ramjani. That man Alpesh Ramjani was on the Team of the Year 2023 ICC T20 Team of the Year, and as one of the 4 nominees for Player of the Year in T20. That was the time Uganda qualified for the World Cup. Starting Zimbabwe.
Looking at the game differently as a batter now. You've actually got 15 overs to bat. If you can bat 15 overs as a batsman, you can clearly get yourself close to that century mark. And that puts the team, if we're looking at the stage right now, at 23 for 5, that's 123. That's something to look at, to be defendable, as you've got your other partner Robertson and Buya another end to help you push that 150 mark now.
Both guys yet to score any runs, any purposeful runs.
Yeah, starts very well there. Is Ramjani, gets off the mark with the solid defense shot straight to mid-off. And that brings ourselves to an end of what a beautiful over it's been for Sam, picking up just 1 wicket. It's almost like every over there's a wicket here.
Yeah. First over that the Ugandans have not lost a wicket here. And it's the end of the power play. 6 overs done. Score is 24 for 5.
A beautiful over it's been for Sam, picking up just 1 wicket. It's almost like every over there's a wicket here.
On the other end, Natenzi Denega and Sam have joined in their act, striking in tandem to ensure Uganda never settled.
A change of bowler from our side. Jersey number 18, it is McCombs. Declan Suzuki McCombs comes into the attack, looking to make an impact also. Let's see what he does. He does. Start off with the hard length. He ends as a dot ball. Good start there.
And see what they've done, the Titans here. They haven't given the Ugandans a chance to look at a bowler for so long.
100%.
They keep shuffling the bowling all around, and it's working their way.
I think coming to Pretoria and Joburg in general, you got to be able to play that pull shot very well, because a lot of the balls are going to be rising on you, as you see how McComb started with that hard length. If you actually look, he doesn't have a deep square, so if you're able to play the pull shot, you're in the money to get yourself some easy runs. A wild delivery, just going for a dot ball there. Throwing his hands is Ramjani. That's a dot ball.
Very good dot ball there. The bowlers here have been hunting, not just in pairs, but in threes and fours. You look at that bowling scorecard of the Titans 11. Already 6 bowlers used. Declan Suzuki McCombs being the 6th, and he starts with the top lines.
Oh, that's a brilliant ball there, causing for dot ball.
What he's doing here is making Alpesh Ramjani play extravagant shots. You can see really no foot movement from Ramjani, but just throwing the bat to the ball. And I tell you what, it's a big chance there.
I think with the line Suzuki McCombs is bowling, I would love to actually have a slip or a gully into place, because you're getting the batter to play away from the body, which invites an outside edge. So I would love to see him get a slip into place, and with the game where it's standing at the moment, you actually have the right to have a slip and continue putting that pressure on the Ugandans batters. As you see there, just easy one to sweeper is McCombs bowling to his field here. Comes into the attack.
Robinson Obuya here, tickling it off his pads there. But they decide early between him and Ramjani that they won't be taking the second, because the man at the ropes there runs in very quickly and cuts it off. David Tiga. Quite a good fielder.
Quite an interesting field McCombs has started off with there. He's almost looking like he's on the back foot. But it's actually, if I was him, I would have most of my fielders into the ring, invite a catcher into the slips or gully. Still apply the same pressure, because we're actually 24 for 5. A good slow ball once again. Bowlers using their variations very well. Looking for 2 there. There's a chance for the wicket. Oh, good, brilliant running there.
There was a momentary chance for a run out, but once he picked up the ball off balance, Obuya was already coming through for the second
one.
And they were home safe and dry, the 2 Ugandans. End of the over now. 7 gone. Uganda moving at a 4 per over, and they are 28 for 5.
Another change of bowling there by the Titans. Going to a spinner now. We've spoken about the spinners coming in hand for the middle overs. This is where it's become a little bit tough to score. A ball turns here, ball bounces. Spinner into the attack. Robertson on strike. Takes an easy one there.
Robinson continuing here with the hustle and running hard. And this was they're doing This is smart cricket. They look at him, he's a lanky fellow with long levers. They're trying to draw a full shot from him. What he does, he continues to play on the ground and run very hard between the wickets. That's how you go about the rebuilding phase. And Robinson is doing good for now.
Very good from Robertson. David Tiga into the attack. Oh, what ball. Good pace. Bowling nice and flat. There's David Tiga to Robertson. What ball. David Tiga.
Tight stuff.
2 dot balls in this over so far. Good start here by David Tiga to Robertson.
The left-hander they are bowling from around the wicket. It's a right-hander, not left-hander.
Right-hander.
I beg your pardon. David Tiga, he bowled the second over of the game. And he did very well, David Tiga. He didn't pick up a wicket, but he gave away hardly any runs. Just gave away 4 runs in that over. After the first over went for 11 runs. He came bowled the second, went for just 4 runs. And well, he negated Uganda's early carnage. Because from then on, you arrived here and you've been Uganda's demise. The wickets tumbled and they're falling real quick.
Maybe I need to leave the commentary box.
Naka, no, it's all good, Maka.
Good ball there by David Tiga to left-hander Ramjani.
I'm happy with you here. Yesterday I was riding solo and I can tell you what.
It was a difficult task.
If I was asked for any paycheck, I wouldn't know what to write on it.
Well ball there by David Tiga. Dot ball once again to end the over. Ramjani struggling to get the run off his legs for a single.
End of the over. And what they do best is that they don't leave the helmet on the pitch. These are basics being taught by the modern coaches because the helmet could cost you 5 penalty runs. The 12th man has been running in and off with the helmet every over. And Uganda moved to 31 for 5 after 8 overs.
It's a tough day to be a 12 man under this heat, scorching attacks. And you're running in and out of the field. It is McCombs who carries into attack again, coming from. Starts off with that hard length again, just a leg by. It's a strike.
You say leg by, but umpire indicates nothing. It looks like there was some little bat on it.
Some little badge it says. Yeah, I was about to also just go grab it. Where is it?
It's the right whether you see the T's. Declan Suzuki McCombs comes through here to bowl another over, his second. The two Ugandans continuing to deal in singles, they're working hard. Power play, yes, power play in your world. For Uganda, it's a rebuilding phase. McCombs to Robinson. Keep playing it with a straight bat. Robinson Oboya is a willing worker. Flicks it off his hips there, Robinson Obuya. Yesterday, Uganda's batting blushes masked by Dinesh Kumar Nakrani Maganlal, who scored a half century 54 from 30 balls in that chase over 160. Of course, Maganlal scoring 2 boundaries and 4 sixes. Yesterday, he had the skipper 41 from 31, Razat Alisha, who's departed for 0 today, who scored 41 from 31. And that is a fine dismissal. The wickets continue to tumble. It's not happening for the Ugandans. Super catch taken. Alpesh Ramjani trying to up the ante, going for the aerial route. The man at the point takes a fine catch. And I tell you what, Uganda lose their 6th almost for nothing. Half of the team, half of the established batters back in the dugout for nothing. It's the bowling dominance here that has stood out for the Titan Supersport International Cricketer Academy 11. Strong opposition the Ugandans have faced, and that has told no runs whatsoever. This will be music to the ears of the opposition of the teams waiting to play Uganda at the World Cup qualifiers. They are 34 for 6. Out of place, out of sorts, and nowhere. Ramjani falls. Good take. At point. That man. Declan Suzuki McCombs striking. First wicket. Look at his figures. 1 for 7, 1.5. And guess what? Who walks into bat? It's Dinesh Kumar Nakrani, the savior, the hero, the man from yesterday's innings with 54 from 30, 2 boundaries yesterday and 4 sixes, who saved the day in the chase of 160 as Uganda scored 100 runs in the last 10 overs. Today he comes in with more than heavy lifting to do.
I think we can clearly see that it does not matter if I'm in the commentary box or not. The wicket still falls. Just went out to grab a coffee and wicket. Maybe it's just my present here tucks. But what a good over there by McCombs. Picking up just 1 wicket.
I tell you what, Marker, this is a very good test for the Ugandans. This is a very good reminder. I tell you what, Marker, this is a very good test for the Ugandans. This is a very good reminder that Mother Cricket, Robinson Obuya and Alpesh Ramjani, those 2 guys staying together for 16 runs. I beg your pardon, for 12 runs. And scoring those 12 runs in at least 3 overs. But once Alpesh Ramjani decided to go aerial, he was caught at point. It means he went a little too early. He could have waited until the 10th over and the 12th over, because maybe there is firepower on the Ugandan side, and maybe they can go on and score many. This is what he does best.
Great fielding by Nathan Trevathan. And T20 back into the attack. I think, speaking about the game situation right now, this is when you go back to simple cricket. Take the game as it comes, ball by ball. Do not focus and worry about what's going to happen in the future. You've lost 6 wickets now. All you can do is rebuild, take your singles, take your ones. Go back to basics.
Uganda are always looking to stitch up small partnerships, and then they get broken. Obuya and Ramjani staying together for 12 runs to move to 34. They were 22 for 5 when they came together. Been superb. They've been immense. Thomas, that spell of 2 overs, 2 runs, 3 wickets, and the change bowlers have ripped the Ugandan bowling apart. The Ugandan batting apart as well. McCombs and Varney, a wicket each. Obuya, the only batter now for Uganda to reach double digits. He's on 11.
Oh,
Nakrani.
Great bowling there by Ntenza.
That is a good line. fourth stump area, a Yorker length. He brings the bottom hand into play. That's why you saw it was going onto the one side.
Great tactics here by Titans.
There's been a collapse for Uganda at the top and in the middle order.
You need someone to steady the ship now, just to calm the emotions down, take the game deep.
The last 4 wickets for Uganda have fallen for just 13 runs in 5 overs. It tells you the story in full. Ramjani there hitting the sweeper.
Good, nice
I
and
beg your pardon,
aggressive.
it's not Ramjani, it's Nakrani. Nakrani, the man for the job. Like I would continue saying, every time he has looked like he's in the mood. Every time he's looked like he is a man getting into the runs. He's done well for his country, he's done well for his team. And on this tour, he was the man who applied the winning marks in the game against the Lions of first game. Yesterday, he got 54. And today, he will be very, very important for his team.
So he's definitely the man to watch as Natenda coming to the attack. To Robertson, the ball bowls that slow ball nicely. Great bowling there by Natenza.
There have been 32 dot balls when the last wicket fell. By the time the last wicket fell, 8.5 overs, there were 32 dot balls. That is too many dot balls. More than a half of what you faced.
Mother Cricket will tell you after 18 dot balls, something will happen.
He swings very hard. The keeper misses it. The first time we've seen the keeper, Chloe Davis, missing anything. There was real big chance for Nakrani to be sent packing, but well, when it's your day,
It's your day.
you can even pick a blank check.
Definitely. And that over ends by a boundary. Nantains are not happy there with his keeper. Felt like could have taken that chance. A very good start here by the SuperSport Titans. 43 for 6 after 10 overs. That's exactly what the doctor would have ordered for the bowling side. That's exactly what the coach would have asked from his bowlers to say, listen, good wicket here. Let's give ourselves the best possible chance to pick up our wickets, and they've done so pretty much. And we'll go for drinks. Uganda nuts the best man shot. Yes, universities.
That's a very good shot there from Robinson Obuya. Does it have the legs to run to the boundary? Yes, you're going to get a boundary after a long wait. Almost the first boundary in a long mile. They've been waiting and waiting, but that is very well played from Robinson Obuya, who gets a boundary with a new man in with the ball.
Auf Vinted wird alles wieder neu. Shoppe Secondhand und spare Geld. Wieder und wieder.
Robinson Obuya moving to 16 from 16 balls. He's moving at 100 strike rate, but not the best of strike rates, but it will do now. Better than good for him now, right there in the middle. Good hands. He's done very well, Robinson Obuya, to work very hard for the team, who reached 43 for 6 after 10 overs. Of course, the captain of the Lions, David Tiga, not afraid to throw the ball around. He's given it to 7 bowlers now. The guys have done well. Divan de Villiers went for 11. He didn't come back. But now what he does, he throws the ball to Marcus Baker. Gunners are trying to see out this over as the best so far since over number 1 where they scored 11. We are giving it a full straight bat, defensive and watchful as the over to an end. Very good over for Uganda, but also Marcus Baker getting 3 dot balls in the over. It is 49 for 6 after 11 overs. Uganda were able to score 100 runs in the last 10 overs.
Do you think they can do the same?
If they get 90 more, that will move the score to
130.
130. 136, 136, 140, 130. Right between 130 and 140. I don't know if it's good enough. I was trying to pose the question to you before you asked me the same question, but I can tell you it is possible if they play smart cricket. They need to continue to grind right now between over number. This is because this is the toughest phase of the game in T20 eyes, from over number 12 to over number 16. Whatever you do right there matters a lot. If they lose another 2 wickets, they won't even get to 120.
I think it's very important that Robinson and his partner build a very long partnership. They've got about 9 overs to bat, so I think if they can just go about a run rate of about 6 to 7 and over, as you see, a bowling change. What a brilliant teamwork there. First wicket, first ball. We speak about building partnerships and we haven't seen none of that today. Ugandan have struggled from the moment we'd go as they lose their 7th wicket. Now that 100 runs we are talking about looks very far from now, with just 3 wickets in hand.
Hero yesterday with the bat, villain today, Ninesh Kumar Nakrani, 9 runs from 8 balls. He went for the cut shot, uppercut, not sizing it up nicely, and the team effort, double act from the guys, one parrying it to the other, and well, they complete what they call, the coaches like to say, you hunt in pairs, you run after balls in twos. They do it nicely and to pick up the 7th wicket, and for me I feel they've picked up a wicket that is worth another 50 runs in Nakrani. So 49 now for 7. Uganda still struggling in their innings. This could be done and dusted in a while now.
Looks like Goon could be knocking off the commentary box quite early today. Ugandans need to put in a fight though. It's still far from over. You've got 3 wickets in hand. Let's try at least get to close to 120 mark. Build the pressure. It is Tuto Majoli who picks up his first wicket in his first over so far.
Nakrani had a boundary in his innings, but he forced to Tuto. Matt Joy, called by Marcus Baker. Obuya remaining the lone warrior for Uganda. He must hold these innings together. His partners have tumbled at the other end. He now has a tail for the company. But in Juma Miyagi, he'll find someone who loves some lusty blows. The ball is gripping and tightening. And the Titan Super Sport guys are tightening the grip. The bowling changes have worked perfectly. Look at how they've used more than just 6 bowlers. Big bombing drive down the line from Juma. After Sakurano Thomas tore apart the top order with those 3 wickets, the rest of the supporting cast, McCombs, Vani, Matt Joy, have all chipped in. Uganda's batting continues to unravel. They're stuck at 4-pointer. They're moving at just 4.4 runs every over, and that won't take you places in a T20. Playing and not knowing where that has gone. Juma Miyagi and Robinson Obuya have got a rebuilding job to do. Only 4 wickets left in Uganda's tank, and they'll be banking on that man Obuya. And maybe the experienced Frank Suga, who is yet to bat.
Do you think Robertson Ogoy can have a go right now, looking at how many batters are left, or is it still a bit early?
Still a bit early. Let him play time. This is a tour game, a friendly game. Play yourself in, show more cause, take it deep. When you take it deep, even the bowling is wearing down, even the fielders are getting tired, even the lines stray a bit. But if you go boom, boom, you end up perishing instead, dying in your own movie. That's what we would say back at home.
Dying in your own movie.
Yeah. Projected score doesn't look good on the Ugandans, says a bit 80-90.
80-90. But it is Devon de Villiers who carries on into the attack as a spinner. Left arm spinner into the attack. Brilliant start. As we wait for the umpire to signal leg byes. The Ugandans will appreciate every single run they could get.
Yeah, and they breach the 50-run mark in a long while. They will normally love to get there in 5 or 6 overs in the power play. Right about now, they get to cross 50 in 12 overs.
Oh, a ball by de Villiers. Good fielding of his own bowling, making sure that ball is not going for any runs.
The innings has remained in tatters for Uganda. They're crawling along.
Oopsie, what happened there? Keepers.
It slipped out of his hand. Sweaty palms. You can't fold Devon.
Jeez.
He's got to do this all over again. Umpire indicating a no ball, a freebie for Uganda. And Obuya has been waiting
for these ones.
But instead it is Juma Miyagi who gets the chance, the vice captain. And he blasts this one. Devon does stick a hand out there in the wilderness.
Run out opportunity.
And well, it doesn't count because the bounce wasn't true to Devon.
Oh, what ball by de Villiers. Good line there, straight wicket to wicket. Asking the batter to make a mistake, and I'll hit the stumps or your LB. You find that actually a lot of left arm spinners are not turning the ball nowadays, they're just drifting it in, allowing the batter to make that mistake of playing for the turn. Devon de Villiers carries on into the attack. A decent over so far by him.
It's not a bowler. It's Devon bowling.
Oh, what ball, Devon. A Yorker there.
Number 9 is bowling. Those graphics will be put right. It's number 9, Divan de Villiers bowling. The last over, the 13th, was bowled by Divan, not Marcus Becker. So the score now at the end of the over is 56 for 7. How many more do you fancy the guys from the Pearl of Africa to get?
I think in 7 overs you can get close to that 120 mark. You just need exactly just one batter to
It was who? Co-commentator here, my colleague in the comms box says 120 is possible if one guy does dig in and dig deep in his coffers and his abilities, but that is asking them to score more runs than they have now of just 42 balls. You're asking them to score 60 from 42.
That is doable, definitely. You just need one batter in to take the game on to the bowlers and bet on his luck to come out on top it.
Yes, you
and that man, for me to say it is Robertson Mbuyo. He's got the long levers. He's a big boy.
Both the two batters here have got long levers, and both of them are close friends. So maybe the camaraderie could work Uganda's way. But more importantly, there are 3 wickets left in hand. I don't know how you look at that.
It's a bit of a tough one to say so far, but 3 wickets left in hand is not a lot. But if just these 2 batters can stick it in and get that 120 in 7 overs, it is doable. It is T20. Anything can happen. Anything can turn around. As you said yesterday, they scored just 100 runs in the last 10 overs. Why not today?
You're listening to the sound of faith. But you know, they tell you it's the hope.
It's the hope that kills you.
That kills you, hoping beyond hope.
As a sportsman myself and as a leader myself on my team, I will always believe, no matter what the situation is, as you can clearly see, it's still coming out today. The belief is still there.
End of the overs. Listen to a man who is preaching here. Good news. 62. Make that 62 for 7. After 14 overs, 36 balls left in the game. Uganda will be targeting to score maybe 50, maybe 40 more runs there and get to 100 and negate that pass score, which is saying they will get only 80 runs or 90 runs.
It is Divan. She's back into the attack as a seamer. I think T20 is actually a funny game of cricket because if you can get 1 over to go for 20, all of a sudden now we're sitting at 82 for 7, and that 120 mark doesn't seem far all of a sudden.
Sorry to ask, but what's your faith? What's your faith?
It's a game of cricket. I think I always believe anything can happen.
Do you go to church?
Yes, I go to church.
Which one?
As we see into the sky, big shot here by Robertson Mbuyo, and he gets a maximum. Maybe this might be the beginning of the 28 runs in the over we're talking about.
First, I need you to tell me which faith you are.
I'm a Christian.
Well done on you. I'm a Christian too. But I thought you were a preacher. I thought you were a man of God. You are an apostle, or a remnant. Because I was going to tell you, the guys who tell 70-year-olds, don't worry, one day you'll get married.
That 70-year-old, no way.
But well, it's all happening. Obia breaking the shackles there, getting the first boundary.
First maximum since I've been here that I've seen.
Divan de Villiers, the 2 guys wearing shirt number 9 on this team, one in the long sleeve, one in the short sleeve, Marcus Becker and Divan. So it was Marcus last time round, and this is Divan running very hard. Obia gets a heave out of the park, and then a single. Smart cricket.
Smart cricket. 7 of 2 balls. 4 balls to go. It's definitely a big over possible here for the Ugandan batters. What a start in this over. 7 of just 2 balls.
And see what they do. This is thinking, a captain who is thinking, David Tiga, he does bring the guy from long on and long off back into the 30 yard, and then he sends third man down and fine leg down, and there is mid wicket and the guy in the cow corner area. They're asking Juma Miyagi to show them.
Can he pull?
No, his big muscles. They're asking him to show, go downtown.
Go downtown.
Yeah, let's see if you can go shopping.
I would have thought with that field set, they might go for the short ball because they've got fine leg, third man out, and deep square and deep mid wickets out. Eight runs so far of this over. Devon de Villiers into the attack. What a big shot! That's definitely clearing the boundary for a big maximum. It is Robertson Obuya striking very well there, finding his confidence. This partnership is seemingly positive now, heading the right direction. To calculate that we are actually just 6 runs away from the 20 runs I spoke about in this over, it shows that a man with belief can transfer it to the batters, even though from the commentary box.
You can say that again. Of course, Robinson Obuya, they are pacing his innings, and that's what he's done better than everyone else in Uganda's dugout for the guys that are already having a quick shower and getting ready to come for the second innings. It's a big lesson for the Ugandan batters to always play yourself in, give yourself a chance to look at another delivery and another over. And you see every time he's hit a 6, Robinson Obuya, he's gone on to tickle the ball and nudge it for a single. Smart cricket from Obuya, big lesson for all other big batters, and well, he's putting on a masterclass free of charge here at the HPC.
100%. It is 15 rounds of this over with just 1 ball to go, and that's all done by the 2 batters out there, Robertson Obuya.
What remains important here for Obuya now and Juma Miyagi is not to give away a wicket now. They need to play another 2 overs together, maybe get 15 and 15 again, and that could change the tail of the tape in this innings.
Nice to see that finally getting some beliefs here from my colleague. Now we are talking something positive. I've been able to put him out of the slum there of just poor mindset, but we're back on point now. It is 78 runs after 15 overs with just 3 wickets in hand by the Ugandan batters. Something to hope for, something to work with now for the bowlers. They'll be sitting in the change room just praying and hoping that they get over that 120 mark. And there is David Tiga who comes back into the attack.
Sometimes you talk about hope, and I can tell you what, you have to create your own luck. Create that luck, make yourself hopeful, be proactive, no, don't be reactive. The Ugandans many times want to be reactive at the top of the order, hoping things will just happen their way, thinking they have carried their wickets from their bedrooms and come and batted on them. It doesn't happen like that. You've got to work your way out of troubles, and Obuya has done that exactly. And in Juma Miyagi, he has a sensible fella who will know that if Obuya is here, I can wait and launch later. It's important. Uganda have scored 28 runs in the last 3.1 overs. That's scoring at 9 per over. Impressive without losing a wicket. And it's a partnership that has come in quick time.
Well played by Robertson Obuya for a single. Good partnership here building up. Boys complementing each other very well, taking the singles, and Robertson Obuya going for the maximum.
Juma Miyagi was only coming in a short while ago, but it's already moved into double digits. And he's the only other batsman in the Ugandan team who has scored more than single digits today. So it tells you of how the middle of Uganda is willing to work when the batters at the top fail. And how about if they all worked in tandem, each one at the top got at least 10 runs? Would be a different story.
What a shot there by Robertson, tickling it down, and the ball going for the boundary. What a shot there, using his hands very well to access that boundary option. It's almost like a low tap sweep almost. Not putting any power on it, just putting his bats in just enough to beat the fielder at 45. And they get themselves a boundary. For example, they've got 3 singles in this over and the boundary that takes them towards 7 runs in the over with 2 balls to spare. We'll take that over any day with the situation they find themselves in.
Doesn't bowl that one there. He's been doing that many a time. David Tiga.
Playing mind games.
Yeah, his spell is not bad. 2.5, 14. He's just gone for 1 too many in this over. But all remains good. He cramps him for home. And him trying to play right in that vacant region at short mid-wicket. He just taps it back to the bowler, David Tiga, and there's no run for Uganda. Obuya on strike now. Touch and go. Nowhere to run. Obuya knew he was never going to make it at the other end. And he's bright enough to know, steer clear of trouble, don't run into the heavy traffic. And as the 16th over does come to an end, Uganda still fighting, 85 for 7.
7 runs coming off that over. Brilliant over by the Ugandan batters. Simple cricket. Not even risky cricket at all. Just basic cricket, taking the ones and taking the boundary when provided. Baker into the attack. Is that right, sir? Marcus Baker starts off by just 2 runs off this over so far on the first ball. Good cricket job by the Ugandans finally.
What will come the Ugandans is that the wicket continues to be spin friendly in the later stages of the game. Uganda of course have their own quality spinners in the side. Henry Senyondo yet to come out to bat and Innocent Mwebaze as well.
That's a freebie. That one should go for a boundary. But good running and only goes for 2.
The throw is good from the man riding the ropes there. Shot number 18, Declan Suzuki McCombs. Obi has really stood tall. The innings, he could be on the non-striker's end taking a breather. But this innings has been all about him. 38 from 32, 2 fours, 2 sixes. And Miyagi has offered valuable support, playing the shit anchor role, dropping anchor with 12 from 18, make that 14 from 20. Clean board. I jinxed the man. That was right onto the money. He played the whip. Instead, it is his furniture that is rearranged. A wicket against a run of play. Marcus Baker. What a strike. What a wicket. 2 for him now. And Uganda lose their 8th.
A wicket that we do not want to lose at the Ugandan batters. After working so hard, you can't afford to throw that wicket away like that. I just felt like he threw it away. That shot was unnecessary. He tried to play off balance, head falling, nowhere near close into being a good position. But the main man is still into the attack. There's Robertson Obuya. He's still the man to take them over, close to the 120 mark. They are just 41 runs away from that. 31 runs, sorry.
A promising note from Juma Miyagi, who never looked like he was going to step onto the gears. 16 from 23, unlike him, that's a batsman's innings who's trying to steady a match. He normally comes through, he wants to hit out a couple of balls. No lasty blows from him today, but a very sensible knock. A knock that looks like a 50 on any other day from Juma Miyagi, the vice captain. And in walks his opening bowling mate in Cosmas Cheuta, another guy with long levers, another close friend with Robinson Obuya and Juma Miyagi.
A very important partnership now, just under 4 overs left.
60 plus. Genießt den Moment. RSV könnte diesen Moment zerstören. RSV ist eine hoch ansteckende Atemwegsinfektion. Sprechen Sie mit Ihrem Arzt über den Impfschutz gegen RSV für ältere Erwachsene.
I heard 2 sounds there.
That's why they try to say, unfortunately, we don't have the TV replays here, Unfortunately, we don't have the TV umpire coming into play, and unfortunately, Cosmas Chewuta will take a walk.
Without scoring any runs, he goes away on the first ball. He's back under the shade. It's pretty scorching out there. I also wouldn't want to spend much time out there. Sun's out here attacks.
But you feel unlucky for him.
Definitely. I think